Well, Sting did appear in the WWE Network. Does that exactly count? Does that exactly count? It doesn't really mean anything at this point. But I know that, for others, it's, it counts in every way. He's here. It's no big deal. But then there are other people that are starting to say, okay, Sting may not be there. He may not appear on Monday Night Raw. He may be over in some other organization. He can't be in TNA. Could he go to Ring of Honor? Or what about Global Force Wrestling? Could that happen? A lot of curiosities have been floating around the main event. But all I can tell you is this. My opinion, my thoughts, my opinion, my thoughts, my ambitions is this. Sid Vicious coming to WWE, there's an old expression, been there, done that. And I don't think anybody is going to really care if Psycho Sid appears before WWE Raw. Don't get me wrong, I like Sid. He's good. But I think everyone, all across the wrestling world, everyone, every single person that's watching this episode of the Main Event Talk wants to see Sting, Steve Borden, come to WWE. Because for years, Sting was tag team partners with the Ultimate Warrior. Sting had faced off against some of the greatest champions in this industry in WCW. His greatest rival of all time was the Nature Boy Ric Flair. It was right here in Corpus Christi, in the Clash of Champions 10. Sting got injured at the hands of the Four Horsemen. Remember that? And then he went on to face off against Ric Flair at the Great American Bash in 1990 and became the World Heavyweight Champion for the first time in his ever illustrious career. Sting would elevate and evolutionize Sting from being the happy face painted superstar to a dark, demented individual. And you know what I'm talking about, the Crow Sting. Even when he was dark and demented, he was still loved by the fans. They still dig the Stinger. And then when Sting even tried to turn bad guy in WCW, no one gave a shit because they still love Sting. And then WCW gets bought out. And where does the future hold for Sting? 2006 of January, he appears in TNA. And he had the best time in his career, not only elevating the company to its greatest height, but winning championships and having some great matches with the likes of AJ Styles, Kurt Angle, Samoa Joe, Booker T, and others. And then Sting's career pretty much came to an end at the hands of a moronic jackass by the name of Dixie Carter. It was over, it was done. So the only smart thing to do was for Sting to come out and sign with WWE. And why? Because we all want to see the match. Undertaker versus Sting at WrestleMania. And yes, even though Brock Lesnar is the man that defeated The Undertaker at WrestleMania 30, it doesn't mean a flying fuck to anybody. It doesn't. Whether anybody agrees with me or not, it doesn't mean anything. Sting appearing before WWE on Monday night. Could it happen? It'd be best for business. And I dig it, and I know everyone would dig it as well. But if Sting does go to another wrestling organization, well, hats off to him. But it'd be a big mistake in many ways. In many, many ways. So you can put your curiosities on the main event. You can play mind games with me. You can tell me that Sting is not going to be at WWE. But you're talking to the biggest wrestling fan in the world. And it's oftentimes I'm wrong, and all the time I'm right. And I say this, I don't give a rat's ass what anyone says. At 7/14/14, on the night when Ric Flair makes his appearance, yeah, Sid will show up. Everybody will know Sid. Yeah, that'll happen. But what happens if we see him? What happens if we see the man in black? The baseball bat in hand, coming from the Raptors, coming all the way down like he used to. Sting appearing on WWE Raw. I want you to forget every moment of Monday Night Raw that you ever remembered. Every single moment of Monday Night Raw will not mean a fucking thing, because if Sting appears before the WWE Universe, if Sting appears on Monday Night Raw, that will be the moment of all Raw moments. Why? Because Sting has finally arrived in the WWE. And we've waited so long to see the Stinger come to Monday Night Raw. I can't wait for that. That's just my opinion though. But we'll see what happens at 7/14/14. So that's going to do it for this edition of the Main Event Talk. And as you guys know, I got my free trial for WWE Network, and I've been checking out some of the shows, and I dig the living shit out of it. Unfortunately, it is going to remain until 7/14/14. So we'll see how it goes on, guys. Don't forget to check out NXT coming up this Thursday. Friday Night SmackDown coming up. Let's see, Impact Wrestling coming this Thursday as usual. Big changes happening over there. And also, like I said, Monday Night Raw, 7/14/14. Ric Flair is coming. Sorry. Is Sting coming? Is Sid coming? 7/14/14 will unprecedentedly, will be the most watched episode in the history of Monday Night Raw. Everybody remembers 2/21/11, right? We thought Sting was coming, but he didn't show. At 7/14/14, will we see it? Will it happen? We'll all find out. Why? Because I can, and I want to. Any questions? Enough said. The only thing for sure about Sting is nothing's for sure.